Right, as you can see, I've got the actual terraforming all done and up. I've actually got the cosmic quartz done. And how it came about is I was adding to Prime to try and get this number up so I could get these. And I thought, sod it, let's go to toxicity. And I built a little base down there. And this instantly shot up the minute I started clearing goo. So that's the way to do it. It's definitely better to go to another planet terraform. It's just so much quicker. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create some of these interplanetary exchange shuttles here on this planet, 2 or 3 of them or so, and then a good few depots, delivery depots, maybe 5 or 6 even, so I can get from Selena. There's the Selena ore, or Selena, whatever it's called, that green ore. I don't know what comes from the toxicity area. Aqualius is phosphorus, so we need at least 2, 1 for each of these. As for the other way, this one will need probably water and food, probably the ores, until I can figure out how that works there. And Selena's got its own, you can have extractors and stuff there, I think, so that shouldn't be a problem. I don't know about toxicity. It won't let me put them down at the moment, so maybe they'll have to go there, I don't know. But I want to have a look at the delivery and the exchange side of things to figure out how that works, because on the last playthrough I had, you had to set down exchanges. When you set them down, you click the little bit here on the ship and you basically get a inventory box pop up, similar to this. Not these. So if you go into one of these, way smaller than this, but you get this kind of thing to tell it that you're supplying whatever it is that you're sending to the planet. And then what happens is, once that is loaded up and full, it shoots off, then lands, as you tell it what planet you want it to go to as well. And then it lands at one of the delivery depots. And then what you have to do is select in the storage here, demand head components. So you can put all different types in there in one exchange, or you can do one exchange for each item. It's up to you. But you have to select one item that goes in this. And then what will happen is it'll drop all of that item that it has in its inventory from the exchange onto this delivery. And if you have another one, what happens is that that'll take the other items. But as far as I know, one won't do all. You have to do one exchange for one delivery, one exchange for one delivery. So if you're having iron ore, let's say you wanted that to go over there, you put iron ore in this, tell it to go to the said planet, build a delivery depot and say demand iron ore. And then that will take off. When it's full, land there and deliver more, then go back, keep rinsing and repeating. Now if you wanted silicon as well, you'd have to build a separate one of these that says silicon, and another one of these that can accept this silicon. And then what you do is, on the planet that you're delivering it to, you do some more of these storages and tell them that you, obviously with the drones, tell them that you want to demand a certain product, and then what will happen is it'll get delivered into this. Now what I don't know is if you don't set on this specific items, will it deliver everything that's in one of these? Because if that works, what could happen is you could put a whole load of different materials in here and they'll all appear in this because you've not demanded it. Now maybe you can answer that in the comments, because I honestly don't know whether that works. I've not played with these enough, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting the materials and whatnot to build a few of these, and we'll see what works and what doesn't. Okay, right, I've built a interplanetary exchange shuttle. Now when you go on the box here, this is what you see, and you can say automatically shoots when full, which you will do, and then you just tell it what you want to set demand so it gets filled up. And then you go to this screen here and you tell it to go to whatever one of these. So let's say I wanted it to go to Aqualius. We want to bring back the items from there. Now I don't know whether this will pick up items from there. It's not telling me it's got phosphorus. I know I've got phosphorus on there, so it's there. So, can you tell it to collect those on the way back? I wonder. Will that work? So, right, so I want to collect 25 of them on the way back, which is all well and good. And then I want to send, so if I say I want to send some water, demand water from my place here, food. Oh, Aqualius actually, it's got its own water, isn't it? It's food that may be the problem. Or has that got its own food? I can't remember. Because that has a problem with certain materials, doesn't it? So if I turn around and say, let's just give it some, I can't remember what the hell is missing on that planet. I'm going to have to go over there and have a look. I don't want to set it and it's wrong. So, yeah, don't make the mistake I'm making where you got to go back there to try and figure out what's needed. But I'm going to set this to the shortfall of it, and I might have to do another one. And then the phosphorus will come back to me here via a delivery depot. I'm guessing that's how that works. So I'm going to put the delivery depot somewhere else, maybe over this side, and see how it kind of works. Let you guys know. Okay, right. So I built one of the delivery depots, and it says Planetary Delivery Depot, and then you can select an ore or something for us. So if I say phosphorus, that will come back from that other planet. But if you look at the question mark here, it's basically telling you planet A is the exchange, so that will be on the Aqualius. It then goes into that launch vehicle that I've got set up, and then it lands separately at each one of your delivery depots on said planet B, so where it's going to. Because if you recall it, you tell it where to go to. So I was right in the respect that you've got to have a delivery depot for every item that you want. Now, what I don't understand is how, if you put multiple items in that exchange, does it lift off from each delivery depot and dump it in the respective areas, or is it got to be one exchange rocket for each delivery depot with specific items in it that you want? So, i.e., in this case, a exchange for iridium, or an exchange for circuits, an exchange for that crystal, an exchange for a super hollow rod, etc., etc. Is that how it's got to be? Maybe you can answer that in the comments. So, forgive me, I've got cats here galore that are being a pain. Right, yeah, so that's how that looks at the moment. It's a fairly simple thing. What I've got to do now is go to Aqualius and see what it is that I'm missing, and then come back here and rebuild all the ones that I'm missing, etc., and do the delivery depots onto Aqualius as well. I've built the two platforms, so this is the exchange and the delivery ones over there, and I've set this to go to prime, and it's set to fill up phosphorus and is enabled to launch when it's full. Press M, you'll see here comes another load. So the phosphorus is being mined over here. It's been brought to this planetary exchange. And the thing that I'm short of is I can't see it anywhere on this. I've got to actually explore it more, because no ores. And I would be surprised if you can't get any of the basic ores on here. My guess is there's going to be, like the phosphorus you see here, there's going to be places to mine. Like over here we've got sulfur. That's bioplastic, isn't it? Interesting. Okay. So yeah. obviously I was hoping it would come up due to the terraforming level, but it's not. So I don't fully know how you go about that other than exploration. So this should lift off in a minute. That's my thoughts anyway. There it goes. So now that's going to go to Prime in 588 seconds. So it's on its way. So I'll head back over to Prime, because the only other way to get the ores is put one of these helping hands down, but the limited amounts here. So when we get a delivery from Prime back to here, now, I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm probably going to have to build a whole stack of these before I go. So if it is the rudimentary ores, they'll all come here. But I think I'm going to actually explore this area a little bit more to see whether that's the reason it hasn't come up. I really don't know why it's not showing up, but yeah, I'll let you know my findings. I built the two platforms, so this is the exchange and the delivery ones over there, and I've set this to go to Prime, and it's set to fill up phosphorus and is enabled to launch when it's full. Press M, you'll see here comes another load. So the phosphorus is being mined over here, it's been brought to this planetary exchange, and thing that I'm short of is I can't see it anywhere on this. I've got to actually explore it more, because no ores, and I would be surprised if you can't get any of the basic ores on here. My guess is there's going to be, like the phosphorus you see here, there's going to be places to mine. Like over here we've got sulfur. That's bioplastic, isn't it? Interesting. Okay. So yeah, obviously I was hoping it would come up due to the terraforming level, but it's not. So I don't fully know how you go about that other than exploration. So this should lift off in a minute. That's my thoughts anyway. There it goes. So now that's going to go to Prime in 588 seconds. So it's on its way. So I'll head back over to Prime, because the only other way to get the ores is put one of these helping hands down, but the limited amounts here. So when we get a delivery from Prime back to here, now I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm probably going to have to build a whole stack of these before I go. So if it is the rudimentary ores, they'll all come here. But I think I'm going to actually explore this area a little bit more to see whether that's the reason it hasn't come up. I really don't know why it's not showing up, but yeah, I'll let you know my findings. Okay, so I've now travelled to this area, which is what's happening now? Something's happening over there. So by the look of it, when you explore, strange things happen. Yeah, there's an island coming up over there. Where's that with regards to this? Out this way? Oh, it's there. So that whole zone's just appeared. It's just got lava in it. Oh, there's a shell or something down. That's what's in this one. You get some of the materials in them, but it's not enough, is it? So Where am I now? I'm there. So if I headed... Oh, it's up there. How does one get up there, I wonder? That's really high. There's trees and stuff on there. Do you just get up this way? Oh my god. How are you meant to get up there? You get up that vine there, maybe. Have a little look, see if you climb that. Bit ominous, isn't it? Why is it there if you can't climb it? Yeah. That's kind of put us on the other end of it. I think I'll have to build a teleporter here. Just call it a top of rock formation or something. What else to call it? So, oh wow, it's all one giant area. I'm still not there yet, so let's go down. I guess I can just fly along this way. Ooh! Oh, we did it. Look at that. Good for jetpacks. Right, so entirely sure. So this is the bioplastic area. What do you do? Do you just extract it? So I can't see any around. Okay. Right, I think what I'm going to do is go back to the teleporter, shove a teleporter down here, and see if I can build an extractor on there, I suppose. Okay, I've built a little harvesting robot. Or you can't put the ore stuff down, it won't let you. So this is what it can grab from here. So you can say it supplies bioplastic. Wherever there is. So that's what this area does. I've now got to go back. I suppose I'll have to come across this way, just in case it opens up something at the bottom here. So that's opened up, and all that's there is larvae. There's no ores yet, so yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm now on this little island head out to sea. Entirely sure what it's all about, other than you get larvae. That's pretty, isn't it? Wow. Good. So this island itself doesn't have anything on it. So if I make my way across the larvae one, I'm guessing you have to put a helping hand down that grabs those. As with everything else. Nothing new's routed up. Got another big area there, but is that the furthest south we can go? Yeah, it is actually. So maybe that's an idea. If I head over here, see if something else pops up out of the ocean. Nothing's rumbling yet. That's where we were. On top of that, we're come all the way south and nothing new's happening. So I think I'll stick a portal here, because we are, where are we located? Right at the end there, aren't we, near enough? Let's just go over here. We'll stick a teleporter down here and call it Seashell Island or something. Shell Island, I don't know what else to call it. The fitting name. And better get back to Prime and see how that's going on. Right, I just went out to the west and that spire appeared. So I'm going to have to head over there. See what's going on with it. The rock formation, is that where I was? So how far is that from that area? I think it's here. It's a long way off, isn't it? There's the spire there. Can I kind of just drop down? Again, I don't know where this is. We've got enough to put another teleport down, so I'm running a bit low on that stuff, so I'm going to have to go back in a minute. Strange how these islands just come out in the middle of nowhere. If we go around, and I hope there's a beach or something to get on. Right, so we've got to get up there and run across it by the look of it. Oh, what's that hanging down there? Phosphorus, I guess, isn't it? Did I get up here? Ah, over here. Cat jumps on the keyboard again. Off the keyboard, cat. Right, so we're now out. We kind of get up here, I think. So run across that. I've no idea where I'm going, but we will figure it out. Oh, we'll go up above. Interesting. Okay, how do I get up there? Is there a ladder or something? Or does it run round and slowly climb up? Enough of they. I don't really know how to get up there. Oh, hang on, what's that? That's something to climb. Yeah. Right. You're still in the way. What's that over there? Oh, the quartz. Interesting. Okay. So the quartz are here. Climb up there. Does it actually put anything on the map yet to tell me what? Well, it hasn't, has it? Climb up that. We're at the top now, I think. Have some of that. That's it. So, has anything else spawned? So I'm going to have to look online to see how big this map actually gets. and where, if any, ores are. So I'm going to stick a teleporter down here, just by this tree thing, so I can get down if I want to. Probably somewhere I do. So that's where I'm going to shove the teleport, and then I'll get back to the base. Okay, right. I've built out some of these exchanges. I'll show you some of these. They're all out delivering, other than these two. These are waiting to fill up with the relevant stock. See, and then they'll shoot off. These are all going to Aqualius. You cannot put ore miners down. So what I've done with all of this lot is I've basically sent all of the basic ores, so iron ore, silicon, titanium, etc., as well as aluminium and the rockets. And I've set up delivery depots over there. You'll see in a minute, because I've got to improve the terraforming on Aqualius, because it gives us production of a crystal that we need, and it means we can produce it. And I need to get that sorted out from all planets so we can produce all of the crystals. It saves having to keep going to the Rex. And then the delivery depot here, one's for the phosphorus, the other one's selenium, and then the third is just open at the minute. There isn't what else to get there. I've had to build another drone depot down here to cover all the extra drones that are going backwards and forwards. And we'll see how it works out. So I'm now going to go back to Aqualius, and we'll see what's involved if how everything's going there. I've also got to go to Selena actually as well, but we'll just nip to Aqualius now. Let's see what state of play there is. The depot should be all filling up. I haven't told it to store it anywhere else. It's just going to be there in case we need to build things or whatever and need the basic materials, because you've got to use the little grabber harvester bot thing to get everything from Aqualius. So and it looks like you can get eggs and stuff. So I did study a map, and although it's not showing it on mine, you do get this is all submerged, so these are raising when you reach a certain level, but there's fish eggs and stuff that you can get. So let's get off of this and quickly look at the research that I'm on about. So if I click the research here, quasar, we can basically make quasar when we get to 7 TTI, and tech 3 animal food, and also this tree seed, which would be handy. We've done everything else now. Selenia, I don't know if you can see it here, but that does the blazar quartz. So we've got to do exactly the same over there, as well as another fuse. So yeah, that's going to be the plan. I mean, I don't know about the toxicity. Does that have anything extra to add to this? It's a shame you can't scroll down. It's got a fuse on it. Can't see any crystals. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, it's got another seed there, which may be of interest. But yeah, over here, so I'm making the food so I don't keep starving, and yeah, so over here the what do you call it? There's one exchange that's sending phosphorus back. You can only use one exchange for one delivery, by the way, guys. So here, all of the standard materials should be coming in. They are, but this will keep sending it from Prime until it gets here. So these aren't made. I'm making these now, so they will slowly come over here. The same for the alley, and all of this other stuff should be here, other than rockets. So these are all being made. The stuff that's in short supply on Prime, I've got to sort out. And there comes the exchange again to take more phosphorus back. But that's basically how we are here. What I've got to do is get this TI up. So I've got a stash of stuff here that I can use to make the trade rocket back, you know, the travel rocket. So where are we at the moment? We are at GTI. So I will see if I can put down trees and what I can do, because the only other thing is to put a whole load of algae generators down. Flower spreaders, if you can put those on. I'm going to see what we can actually put down, because you know, it's either that or we can put some more heat extractors and stuff down, because we're allowed to build them here. So I'm going to upscale these in a different area, so away from here. Maybe put some optimizers down. I'm also going to put more ecosystems and butterflies. If I can put ecosystems, I don't know whether I'm allowed to put those down. If not, it'll be butterfly 3s. And I'll just keep blonking them down in different places. And see, I think I must be able to do an ecosystems one there. So if I can do ecosystems, then I'll put a group of them with optimizers around. That'll increase the oxygen and everything. Those will do the other parts, and then just launch a whole load of satellites and get the ball rolling. My next task is to build the travel rocket back and start bringing back a whole load of materials, so I can build a whole load of satellites, and obviously the materials for these, and the ecosystem, and the optimizers, and the fuses. So I'm not going to bore you with that. It'll all be done by the time you see it, and we'll go from there. Okay, I've gone back to Selena and stepped down some of this Selenian 4-3s, and this is where they're going to all be going to. Be stored into this, and then whenever the rocket lands, they'll all be taken out of this, hopefully, and shoved into the other rocket. I've moved my base because we were down in the lower area. Get over there. So if we go back down to where water is, this is where the base was. As you can see, it used to be here, and this is where the water is all coming from at the moment. These are the old miners that I had sitting there that are supplying as well. So the water is still where it originally was, so out of this little tower here and just over here where the algae is as well. Other than that, it's not a lot's changed, other than I've added more heat and stuff in other places, so I've got to get more out of this, but I'm not going to yet because that storage is still full. So we head back to the new base, and this new base is here, so it's kind of centrally located. So we've now got selenium. It should be going back to prime. So the next stage will be go back to prime and check that it's actually arriving. So I haven't sorted the storage out there, so it's probably full. It's going to be 32 seconds, and it'll land back here. And it's got a little bit in storage, get ready to go. So I'm going to head back to prime, and we'll see how it's all shaping up. Okay, right, we're back on prime, so let's see how much selenium is here. There you go. So in reality, if I go over to this now, we start to make something that needs phosphorus and selenium. What needs it? That needs phosphorus. Oh, that's the other thing I've got to get over from Aqualius, that you can harvest bioplastic. So if I set up a harvester, a couple of those are bioplastic nuggets, I think I've got one already, and set up an exchange and delivery for that. Well, we should be able to build loads of it here, which we are. So I wonder what that is holding back on. Oh, it's full, that's why. So I'm guessing everything's full down stairs. So let's is everything on this being done? So if I go to the Tech 2, we should be able to make those now. maybe not. So rocket engine, solar quartz, selenium. Ah, right. Selenium is not in range. So what I need to do is go down to the storage. And have I got a spare one? I probably haven't. I don't think I have. So the here though, yes. Oh, nice. How are these looking? Why isn't that full? So we've got a full solar quartz directly above, and yet it's not filling these up. Interesting. Okay, so let's go up again then. Where's the solar quartz one? There. Supplying the wrong thing. Okay, so supply solar quartz, and that should be supplying, which it's not, the green one. What's involved in making those? Right, yes, yeah, so I've got to basically get the selenium in storage here downstairs. So yeah, I'm gonna involved in one of those storages. So 2 super alloy and a circuit board. That was the super alloy, it's there. And no, 2 super alloy, wasn't it? No, super alloy. Ordinary alloy. So, and a circuit board. I think where I'll put those. Got to be this side, isn't it? There you go. Right, so if I grab now, getting a wee bit tight down here for space, isn't it? So I'll put another one of these there. I'll call that selenium. That's spelt right anyway. And then demand it. That should now come flowing in. With a bit of luck. Then again, I might have to supply it from that storage container. I don't know whether I have or haven't. So I've definitely demanded it. It's not arriving yet, so let's quickly head down there. Grab some water. Come on. And go to central glass area. Now, selenium's coming in. We are supplying, and now the robots are coming out, so they're just a wee bit on the slow side. I might have to build another drone center. These are going too slow. What the hell is it? Selenium. Okay. So right now that's sitting there. So upstairs should be making that now. Making loads. That's supplying that. So rockets is going there. That's making them. And Tech 2. There you go. It's now made them. So that supplies the Tech 2 rockets. I don't know if there's a storage for that yet. If not, I'll have to build one. And I'll have to upscale this because I've got to look to see what else. I thought I was making the obsidian rods somewhere else. Maybe I'm not. So that'll stay as that then. Why can't they make those? I better go and check the iridium is behaving. Let's go down. Where's iridium? Is that over here? Uranium, iridium rods, iridium ore. Right, so we're not getting a lot of iridium ore. I'll find out why. That's the sulfur. I might have to scale this up because there's only one here. Yeah, it's just not mine enough. So I'm going to scale this out and put another 2 down. So we stop that problem. I don't think there's the same thing with uranium. So yeah, that's got to be done. So another couple of miners is what's needed here. Okay, now that's done. Let's see how that pans out. So let's get out of here. I better check all of the others actually to make sure we're not low. I've been looking at them for a while. We've got 3 there, so that should be running fine. Let's have a look. So, where are they? Magnesium, don't worry about those ones. We're looking for aluminium. Sulfur, we should have loads. We have. Zeolite loads. Uranium rods, not many. Right, so uranium, no, not iridium. Uranium ore, there's loads. Iridium ore's now starting to come in. Obsidian, there's a little bit. So if anything, I'll put another obsidian down. Osmium, there's loads of that. Alloys, loads of, so I'm not worry about any of those. How are we doing for aluminium? Starting to go down. I could maybe put another one in. These, there should be loads. Which there is. Great. 3 box full. Fuses, well, it's not, it's all general fuses, and now I've got to start making those. That's the selenium down. See, this is slow. So I've got 4 miners mining this stuff, but it's so slow. I might have to put another 4 on another node. See if that will speed that up. Laser we've got to start making, and how are these looking? Loads of them now. Algae. Magnetar, no. Brilliant. Yeah, so the magnetar and the blazer we've got to start making as well at some point. What's involved in making those? So this should be starting to make these soon. So blazer needs, see, it all needs selenium. Oh, that needs phosphorus. Obsidian. Uranium and iridium, that one. So this needs 2 selenium and cobalt and super alloy. So if I start making that, it's going to deplete the stock. And the purple one, I'm guessing that's going to come from, I don't know, completing the toxic world. I don't know how that comes. So now I've got to look at making these, and look at what these need. So the trade rocket multiplier fuse, which is important. Even more selenium, and don't forget it takes, what else does it need? A yellow one. And a green. Oh, so that's going to take 2 selenium as well. And also genetic traits. How do we get those again? I think those you've got to make in these things, haven't you, again? Oh, it's up on the other level. Yeah, so I've got to do that in there. No. Or I stored them. Oh, they're over here, aren't they? So these all come from when you disassemble a creature, you put it in here. It tells you on these what they give out at the bottom there on the tooltip. So I'll have to start collecting these and then disassembling them manually. I don't think you can automate it. Do comment if you do know, because I don't know. But that'll hold this up. So that will probably have to be a manual making of those. I think the what do you call it? That one, the animal multiplier fuse. That's going to be a very ad hoc thing. That could be done. That's going to be a manual because of the plants. That will build because the cosmic fuse. Look what it needs. We aren't making blazar or magnetar, so that will deplete the stock that we got. And we already depleted it because of what I've made so far, so there's not going to be a lot left. I'll have to raid that crystal cave or do some more expeditions again. But we are almost at the end of this now, this playthrough, because how far I am across. All I've got to do is really the toxic planet. So if I click this, you can see these are almost terraformed, and we're getting stuff from them. The only one I haven't is this one. I mean, that's almost in the completion stage. We've got all but, well, we've got the megadome now, I think. That's 5, so that's a little way away yet, but we'll get that. Aqualius, yeah, we've got everything from there. And toxicity, I don't know whether where's the blazar crystals? There's no crystals that's showing, which makes me wonder how you're meant to get it. Selena, oh, it's there. 1 ETI. Oh, it's the purple one I'm looking for. Hang on. And there's no purple one on this. So, I've got a little way to go yet. See, this is just initially when I went down there. And it seems to be picking off of these two that I've upped and the prime. And it seems to be ticking that up a little bit. So, it's in the purified water cycle at the minute. So we'll have to go over there and carry on. But it's strange, isn't it? Because I can literally go here and I don't have to explore or do much on toxicity like I haven't on these. And you get everything because you're terraforming it. I mean, obviously this has got more blueprints on it than Aqualius and whatnot. And Selena, they didn't have a huge amount, but toxicity, how many action unlocks you got? So we've got a few unlocks I could get on there. But that's going to be another let's play if I do it. So yeah, we're very nearly there now. I've just got to do a few more what do you call it? It's getting the crystals made, so this is fill out nicely now. Iridium ore won't fill up because it's all being built and used. There's plenty of it. So the uranium sites, why isn't that? We're run completely out of this stuff now. So I'll have to have a look because the iridium rods is taking everything and something's using the iridium rods. So algae is being used there and phosphorus. Oh, there you go. This is using iridium rod and 2 iridium themselves, and then the Tech 2 one obviously needs 2 rocket engines. But saying that, I haven't got storage for these, so that will be it at the moment. And this should then fill up when the materials become available. So it needs 9 iridium to make 1 rod. So that iridium's always going to be in low supply until it meets the demand. I might go out and get a whole load from the cave myself, or increase maybe the rocket so it drops it more outside. I'll see. I'll sort that out anyway. Yeah, so we're almost there. I'm probably going to wrap this up now because we've got everything. The only thing we haven't done is, as I say, is the toxicity, which I might do another let's play on that, and we just continue from where we are. Couple of messages here. That's it. So yeah, this is about it. I will do some more in-depth guides for the range of the auto factory, because as you know, let's get over this side a bit, it's on the floor there. I think just go up one and have a look. Yeah, they're the autocrafters, yeah. So it's literally comes around and down. Now I was looking at these, and although they're too small, but this mega dome that we haven't got yet, I wonder if that's kind of like this size, and it comes out the width wise as well as the height and the height size, you know. I wonder if that's how they've modelled it on. But what I plan to do is a frame where you'll see the very extent you can collect here and down below, so it kind of creates a circle with the width as well, just so you sort of guys can see it. But I mean, this really does tell you the height anyway. You know, you can have a couple of blocks on the bottom and the top there, and the width, I'm guessing it's going to come out to here somewhere roughly. And it's the same on the back end, so you've got a whole load of room, guys, to make your factories and stuff. This works well. I don't really need to do anything else to it. You know, because as you know, if I decided to move the factories a bit further, so instead of being here, if I came down this way, then the radius decreases from the back wall here for the storages and increases more this way. So in essence, you would put some storages through here. So you could put a storage here and then move the auto crafter above here, you know, to roughly where these are above, and it'll pick up the storage from there, but it won't go to the storage right at the back here. So you've got to be careful to see what you're building and its requirements are. In my case, I'd have to come down here and look at this complete 2 rows and hope that there's nothing there that it needs, because it won't pick it up, but it'll pick it up from this row. So you've got to look at what the materials are needed to craft whatever it is you're putting in that auto crafter. So that's how it works. You've got to be mindful of all of that. But as usual, thanks for watching, and you know, if you like these videos, which hopefully you do, if you've been watching this far, then you do like and subscribe, and do comment. It's nice to hear from you. Anyway, take it easy, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.